All right, let me walk you through what I started with, and then we'll get towards what we ended up with. Well, it's Monday, March 11th, and I just opened up this box that was sent to me by my buddy Steve with a Husky 55 in it. It looks just like this. Looks like everything's here. A chain tensioner, that counts. Clutch. Top ends scored. I did have a Husky 55 piston. That's 46 millimeter. And I got a 46 millimeter piston. So this should work. I haven't even opened the box. This was just something I had laying around. There we go. Well, that's a mess. There's a metric shit ton of aluminum transfer. Wow. Chip out of the piston. Not locked up. Rolls decently smooth. This must have been some kind of an air leak. I don't see any signs of straight gassing. There's nothing wrong with the intake side of the piston. Plenty of room to work with here. That's the same style of piston. All right, no build on this. I got more time invested into some linkage that needs just a little nudge. So I got to operate like that. Really a big old pain in the ass. Part of my issue here, let me get this centered up so I can talk with you. All right, so I've got a Tillotson HS carburetor, so it's canted. So, you know, if I've got nice downward pressure on this, but the angles just don't make for, I mean, I went through 20 different linkages, finger ports. I think my exhaust roof is at 100, 101. Transfers for like 124, 5, something like that, 26. And intake was somewhere around 77, if memory serves me right. I got a decent timing advance, a little hodgepodge. It's just old saw in the box. This should have 325 chain on it. All I've got is some skip tooth 3/8. I didn't have a 325 bar, so I figure that's about the same. Anyway, let me get this thing fired up. We'll do a handful of test cuts with it. I've got some larger pine here. It looks to be about, I don't know, 14, 16 inches. And on the other side of the woodlot, or down there somewhere, I've got some smaller stuff. We can blister through it if I can keep the throttle going. It's an on-off switch. I just checked it with the tach. I'm about 16,000 RPM. Damn it, lost the throttle rod somewhere. She's an angry little bastard. Too bad I can't make a throttle to save my life. All right, so 2 out of 3 pieces, and you can imagine it was impossible. Well, actually the choke lever, excuse me, the throttle rod was easy to find, but I've been down here crawling around the ground for like 20 minutes trying to find that shit. All right, so the chain I'm getting ready to run is C83 full chisel, full skip. So they call it C83S. And I'm pretty sure this wood is either Virginia or Loblolly. So take that for what it's worth. Made 1 or 2 test cuts and I had to clean the bar rail up. It was kind of losing traction in the cut. So I went to go put my Steel brand tuning screwdriver in the wood. It wouldn't. Southern yellow pine is, and I don't even know if that's southern yellow. It's hard for pine. Just, we'll take that with a grain of salt. Got a knot right there. See if I can't make a cut or two, and then I'll come over here. Linkage slipped off. That's enough. Hopefully this rascal will stay together enough to make, I don't know, a couple more of those cuts. I'll see you back at the shop. We'll talk about it. All right, back at the shop. Been a long couple of days. I started this on Sunday morning, and the funny part was, as I was like, oh yeah, I have this done. So the very beginning of this clip where you saw me out back, you know, kicking the throttle by hand because I didn't have a throttle rod or any of the giddy up to hook that up, because that part saw did not have it. That was Sunday. So, I mean, I got the saw up and running, you know, fully ported and everything else by, I don't know, 5 o'clock, you know. So, I mean, it was like 3/4 of a day. I didn't start until, I mean, it was Sunday. I just took my time. One of the other things is, I didn't do any machine work to this. I normally machine everything I do, but I was like, you know what? You know, gasket delete, and I'm down to like, you know, 25, 28 squish, and I'm like, I can live with that. Let's see how it runs, and I think it runs pretty good. So that's no machine work. Not too terribly bad. I'll see how it shakes out. I mean, I wasn't swinging for the fences. I've been so busy with all my performance work. My buddy Steve, if you look back a couple of months ago, you'll see that this box was sealed and sitting right over here, so, you know, I wouldn't forget about it. And going to Bodie's is this weekend, so today is Wednesday. The event's on this coming Saturday. So I feel good where it's at. The throttle is, yeah, kind of reliable if you hold your mouth right and everything else. So I appreciate you sticking with me here to the end, and hopefully I get a little bit of footage of it running against everybody else's stuff, or I'll just let Bodie cover it and I'll sit around in a lawn chair and drink some cold beer. Y'all have a great day. Throw me a thumbs up if you're still around. Subscribe if you haven't. Thank you so much.